What's up everybody, Thumper Fishing. Okay, in today's video we're going to be doing something a little bit different. As you can see, it is dumping rain, so we didn't go fishing today. But I do plan on maybe going out tomorrow, but I figured today what I'm going to do is, you know, I get a lot of questions on what kind of lures or tackle do I like to bring. Well, for one, I always bring way too much. So let's take a little sneak peek of what I got in my tackle bags on my kayak when I'm going out. Now, keep in mind, what I carry in my bags do change pretty often, but this is what I got going on in my tackle bag right now. Let's take a look. All right, well, these are the two bags that I got, right, that I mostly carry. As with anything in your kayak, you should have it leashed to your kayak, so worst case scenario, you know, it's not going anywhere. So I do have these little leashes I picked these up on Amazon. I'll put links in the description to these on Amazon if you want to pick up some. They're nice. I just clipped these on the back of my kayak. And all right, so the first little one I got going, I already got to unzip. This is going to be all my lures, right? And these are like little clips that I use a lot of times just to switch out really easily. But as we can see here, let's start from the front here. Up here in the front, I've got all my suspended lures, you know, little twitch baits. I've got them labeled here. There's some skinny long ones. Here's my Miradines. As you can see here, I like to have the treble hook. People always ask me, do you like to, you know, those inline hooks? Do they decrease your hookup ratio? Do they help? Do they hinder? I like to find a middle ground. So I like to have that treble hook on the middle. Sits nice and perfectly there, and I put a nice little inline single hook on the back for, you know, tarpon and snook like that. But hey, two less point hooks, you know, a little less than, you know, probability of getting all tangled up. But, you know, I've got those colors of suspendeds. I got these ones. I got some white. I like the white colors a lot of times, especially in clear water. Let's see here, what else we got? And I got a couple, these are slow sinks. All my slows, they sink just like the Miradines, the heavy Deans. They are exactly the same as the Miradines right here. The only difference is these ones have a slow sink. They sink about 1 foot a second. So if you're fishing about, you know, 6 feet of water, you cast this out there and you count to about 5, you're pretty close to the bottom, and then you start doing your retrieve. So those heavy Deans are kind of nice. I think I have a couple more, yeah, just a couple different color of the heavy Deans for different, you know, water clarities. And then I've got, you know, some spoons. And then I've got these, what I call the Andy Moose lures. They're like Walmart bombers. Yeah, these are all my stuff for a little bit deeper, you know, jerk baits and rattle traps. I do think I have a couple rattle traps in here somewhere as well. Yeah, here they are, rattle traps. Sometimes I like to work those in really deep water. I've seen guys do really good at Port Canaveral with those, with the snook and the redfish in like, you know, 15, 20 feet of water. But that's usually what I'm carrying for lures. This pack right here, it's got a lot of my shallow water stuff, my slow singing twitch baits, my suspended twitch baits. I love working these, you know what I mean? I've caught a lot of really nice fish and a lot of nice reds on these. So I carry plenty of them, different colors. You know, I like the more natural looking, whitish bait fish looking colors for a lot of the clear water situations. And then I usually will carry those darker ones for the darker water situations. And I got a couple, you know, Mullitrons hidden away in here as well. But that's pack number 1. So let's get into what I've got in pack number 2, which is going to be most of my plastics. All right, so pack number 2, which is going to be most of my plastics here today. We'll open this up, and up the top I got a lot of my Z-Man stuff. I got a few different colors. Now I have, you know, my bags that are nicely organized in my garage, but these are all pre-rigged setups and stuff, so I can just easily put them on. I've got multiple different colors and weights of my kicker crabs. I love these little flukes by Clarity Lures. I've got some in weird water color and in white. Then I've also got a few Z-Man mullets, and I got them white And then I've got the dark color for darker water in that, what is that, that blood red color. Then I've got a pack full of these different Z-Man, Molotron, and minnows in various lengths and colors, all red up. You know, you want to keep the same plastics together. You put those Z-Mans with something else, they are going to be melting. So, and then here I have some K-Tails by Z-Man, already rigged up. I've got white and then the natural looking color. I've also got the little mullets by NLBN, a couple little golden shrimp there by Salt Strong. I've got these, I love these in murky dark water. These are a Pocket Penny by Clarity Lures. I think it's like a 4-inch. I just picked these up. These are the real small NLBN K-Tails. Got those in white. I'm definitely looking forward to trying those. Got some new swim baits by Rapala. Those are looking good. I definitely can't wait to try those. Then I've got the new 3.75 NLBNs mixed in with a couple other things here. I've been tearing it up with these ones. These are the 3.7-inch NLBN paddle tails, the new ones. Lots more movement in the tails. I love those. And then I've been doing really well with these tweaker style, I don't know, what would you call them, jerk baits or a fluke or something like that. This color I've been tearing it up in, but of course I've got a few different colors for different situations. Darker water, I've got you know, this leprechaunish color and this space dust color by Mirror Lure. I do have a lot of luck working these like a shrimp. And then I've got a couple of these terrorized, but yeah, so just a wide variety of stuff that I carry with me. I have, you know, those lures, I've got my plastics, and then in my little bin right here, I'll carry, you know, a couple other stuff I want to try, you know, like these Voodoo swim baits or the Molotron and stuff like that. Oh, and then the other thing I keep under my seat is this little bin here. These are my plastic shrimps. Now, the Savage shrimp and the Z-Man shrimp, both those plastics you do not want to put with other plastics, they will melt. So I got this little case on Temu, and these shrimp fit in here just perfectly. So up top right here, I have various sizes and weedless and non-weedless Savage shrimps, different colors. Here's some weedless, but they fit perfectly in there like that. Got a few different colors. These are all my Savage. And then when I flip it over, I've got my Z-Man shrimps. And look, they've been in here, they've been in the sun. Obviously, I wouldn't keep these things sitting in the sun. They sit under my seat, but they've gotten pretty hot and they haven't reacted or anything like that to this little case. But makes it nice and neat. So when I want to throw shrimp, you know, there it is. I've got two different styles of shrimps, weedless and non-weedless. I've got all my baits and lures, suspended baits, crankbaits, and all that, and then I've got all my plastics in here. So that's kind of basically how I do this. I carry a lot of stuff, but I kind of grabbed a little bit of everything and put them in these basic 2-packs, a little tray, and that's pretty much it. And I pretty much can throw anything at them that I think that they might want to, you know, go for. So anyway, everybody, that's just kind of the breakdown of what I like to carry. Well, everybody, like I said, just a quick one. I'm going to try and do little videos like this every week, just do a little bit of gear breakdown, how I set up the kayak, what kind of gear I like to bring. So I figured, hey, let's start off with the number one thing I'm asked is just what kind of lures, what kind of plastics do I bring with me? And I know some guys just bring, you know, 2 or 3 kinds. I'm still learning. I'm still throwing everything. I love to try new things. When I start to catch something on something that I'm just tearing it up in it, most guys would keep the same. I like to, again, switch it up, see if I can't get them to hit something else. So I really carry, when I say I'm throwing the kitchen sink at them, I really mean I'm throwing the kitchen sink at them. I carry a lot of different stuff, but yet it doesn't take up a lot of room. These 2 small packs I could stick in the very back, hook them in, they ain't going nowhere. I can reach back, grab them. If I slip up, they're not going anywhere. So it's just between these 2 packs and that little shrimp pack, I literally have everything that I need to throw at them artificial, and it barely takes up any space. So that's just how I did it. Those small little clear baggies that I got, I'll put a link in the description to where I found those on Amazon, and I'll also put a link to these little packs that I have as well. So if you guys are thinking about maybe doing something like this to keep your tackle all situated, I don't know, I'm constantly changing, trying new tackle bins and all that, but this is what I have currently. And as I change and go on, I'll do little updates and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm carrying. If you guys saw anything in here that you definitely think I should throw next trip, definitely mention. If you think I'm missing something or I should add something to my arsenal, definitely drop me a comment and let me know. Anyway, guys, I'm sure the next video I'll be out there fishing. So till then, tight lines, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.